The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Ebron caught left side.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Harris. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 45 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. An option handoff given to Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyron Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Bass to returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits.
And my goodness, another interception. Tyron Johnson able to pick it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. And he's got it. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Allen now looks to throw. Rolling to his right. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyron Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. To throw is Kaepernick. 3/4 in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Steelers on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. This is Breida. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are close. closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. Quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Yeah, get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read...
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. And Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. but really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And some space here.
Ready for us.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Ray McLeod to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Oh, he's got a way down inside the 35. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. Here, they're just dressing up the final score.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So Allen's going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards the pick up there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen flush to his right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Allen will try to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On 1st down, it's Harris, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they 3 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.